Do you fear the word money? Does the word money make you cringe? Do you know deep down that you ignore money because you aren't comfortable with it? You never have been. Maybe you feel like you don't understand it well enough to succeed, and so you just bury your nose in the sand. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can take that fear, you can really leverage it to use it to build wealth in your life, but you have to know how to use it. You have to know how to dig deep and bring that fear out and turn it into something positive. We're going to be going through two simple exercises today to help you turn your fear into a strength. So the very first exercise is to take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down 3 simple things that make you fearful of money. You can be as descriptive as you want or as simplistic as you want. The idea here is really to identify what scares you about money. It doesn't really matter what the fear is, because everyone has a different fear when it comes to money, or a different set of fears. The important thing is that you identify these fears, that you're honest with yourself about them, and when you're writing this down, it should evoke an emotion, a deeply felt emotion around money. I want you to feel this. I want you to lean into this fear. I want you to experience it and decide that you never want to feel this way again about money. After you've done this exercise, the very next exercise is the complete opposite. So I want you, next to your set of fears, I want you to write down a few ideas about what your absolute greatest financial independence life entails. These shouldn't be exorbitant goals that are unreachable, but they should be practical goals that make sense, that you desire in the future. Some simple examples. For me, it was to have enough money so that I did not have to work and give my time up for money into the future. That was to have enough assets that produced the income that I was making from a job to keep me in a living lifestyle that was acceptable to me. Yours could be more complex than that. It could be simpler than that. It doesn't have to be complex, but it does have to make you feel very strongly about that idea. You need to be able to take that idea and create a vision, a financial independence vision around that idea. Once you've created that vision, I want you to take some time to think about that vision over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Every morning when you wake up, or every evening before you go to bed, remember that vision. Start developing an idea around it. Start living that vision in your mind. You can do this through meditation. You can do this just through simple daydreaming. It's very powerful either way. The point is that you want to start to live this reality and create for your brain visceral connections to the excitement that you feel when you achieve these goals. You have these two completely polar opposites. You have your fears on one end, and you have your vision of what a financial independent life looks like on the other end. What you now need to do is think about all of the practical steps along the way that you can execute to achieve your financial vision. When you're thinking about your financial vision, just focus in on the quality of life that you want to have, on the key components that exist in this financially independent life that you hope to achieve in the future. Just make sure you're focusing on the principles of that lifestyle, of the things that drive your energy around money, your excitement, and not necessarily easy ways to get there. Because there's no easy way to get there, in my experience, and you're going to need to prepare yourself for the hard work that it will require to achieve that vision. That's where your fears come in as well. Anytime you start doubting yourself, you need to be able to tap in to those fears, and the ideas that scare you likely scare you more than the pain you feel when you put forth the work to achieve your financially independent vision. Now, you might be asking yourself, what on earth is this actually going to do for me? There's no action step here. There's no practical application here. All I'm doing is dreaming about my vision in the future. Well, precisely. So before you can be successful in implementation, you need to begin to rewire how your brain perceives financial success. Having this vision in place trains your brain to experience this outcome, and it also reinforces every activity that you do from day to day to drive toward that end. So I encourage you to take this very seriously. I know in my personal life, I did this very exercise, and it had profound impacts on me in the long term. I didn't necessarily notice it while I was going through the exercise, but I definitely did notice it in the long term. I woke up every day for over 3 months thinking about my financial vision, where I wanted to be. And every act that I did that day that had something to do with money or earning more money or investing money, it all would orient around getting to this final vision. And even though that vision was far off into the future, and a lot of the mundane day-to-day tasks are just happening, but I had the reinforcement with my long-term vision in my brain. I had created that reality for myself. And I also knew that the things that I was fearful of in that financial reality, I didn't ever want to feel again. I never wanted to experience the fears that I had previously when it came to money. And in coming videos, we're going to talk about the 4 distinct phases of financial independence. These are phases I've defined for myself, and I've used them to create a plan toward getting to financial independence. I'll be sharing those with you and more details around each. But this exercise is the beginning of phase 1. It is the most important thing that you can do to start your vision toward a financially independent future. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it. It really helps the channel out, and it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. If you have suggestions or comments, also feel free to leave those down below. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.